bomb to Kyler Dillon. Nobody in RCW's kicked out of Dan Lee's power bomb. 2, 3, and Dan Lee moves on to face Ellis Sky. Hostile takeover.
That might do it.
2, 3.
Wow.
Looking full power moonsault.
That full power on display.
1, 2, 3. Kick to the gut, got him up. Death Valley driver, cover on DRC. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new Intercontinental Champion.
Oh my God, here it is. It's over. It. 1, 2. What? Wait a minute. He got him. 1, 2. He got him.
So this is really not the way that we should be starting a rebirth of RCW. How do you start a rebirth without the crown jewel? How do you start a rebirth without the face of the company? This is going to lead to the, once again, demise of RCW because of these people that you have in these positions. People like Freedom's distracted, turning around. Jackknife pin. 1, 2, 3, and
Sky Black.
1, 2, 3.
Congratulations to the new champ.
Here is your winner and new RCW champion, Ellis Sky.
The standard era has begun in RCW. What the hell?
Wait a minute. What's going on?
That's Isaac Spencer.
Isaac Spencer is back in RCW. This cannot be good.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
We know this music from anywhere. The Falcon.
He's back. Flynn Hall is...
Flynn Hall entering the ring, and we've got to get out of here. These 3 men go face to face to face. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to RCW Honor. I am joined live by Jim Maddox, as well as new RCW commentator, Tommy Velvet. How are you guys doing?
Well, Pat, I just want to say I'm extremely excited for another night of RCW action. We're just off the cusp of the return of RCW and RCW Rebirth. Here is the new champ, Ellis Sky.
And the energy in the arena is electric tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your new champion, Ellis Sky.
Ellis Sky, in my opinion, slipped through the cracks. He slipped through past Dan Lee. He didn't beat Dan Lee, he escaped Dan Lee. Then he went on, I'll admit, bravely against Austin Chandler. He threw everything at Austin Chandler. Austin Chandler just wasn't able to land enough of his big moves. We may have seen one or two big moves from Austin Chandler, but he just wasn't able to pull it off against Ellis Sky on that night.
Well, Pat, you've always been very opinionated towards Ellis Sky. Say it how you want, but at the end of the day, Ellis Sky proved to himself and this RCW fan base that he is still able to rise to the occasion and be the face of this company.
And you gotta wonder what Ellis Sky's gonna have to say tonight after his championship moment being interrupted by Isaac Spencer and Flynn Hall. And we are just about to find out.
New York, how are you guys feeling tonight? Let me tell you guys of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling ecstatic. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling a lot of pain. And most importantly, I'm feeling a lot of love. RCW is only here for one reason, and that is because of every single one of you. If it was not for every voice, it was not for every support system that you guys gave to me and everyone in the back, to this company itself, none of it would have been possible. So at Rebirth, a lot of things happened. For one, Dan Lee, I'm going to address you. When we had our semifinal match, I tried to give you respect. I tried to shake your hand, and what did you do? You attacked me. You got so insecure. You got so upset with yourself because you couldn't get the job done. You tried to take me out before I could get to the finals. And you didn't think I would be walking out. But guess what? Not only did I walk, I went on to beat not only a capable Austin Chandler, I went on to become a 3-time world champion. So, let me tell you this. You will get what's coming to you in due time. But for right now, I am focusing on better things. I am more focused on the attentions that Isaac Spencer and Flynn Hall have. Both of you guys sent a message, and let me go ahead and say the message was received. I am well aware that I'm going to have a target on my back, and that target is welcome, because you better take your shot any chance that you can get, because I will not run, I will not hide. I am the RCW World Champion, and that will not change. Because I will defend this title with my heart, with my soul, with everything I got, because I live and I breathe professional wrestling. So, Flynn and Isaac, here's what I recommend you guys to do. Coming out and making your intentions known, sending a message, that doesn't get you title shots. I want both of you guys to fight. You have history with one another. The last time I checked, Flynn lost to Isaac. So, it's only fair if y'all guys have a rematch. And the winner of that said rematch, I want to fight that person. I want to fight the hungriest between you two. And even when that comes down to me and that person that wins, there's only going to be one outcome. And that will be me retaining my World Heavyweight Championship.
And well, after what Ellis just said, it does not surprise me that Isaac Spencer is going to have a response.
Here he comes. Icy, spicy, Isaac Spencer. Not going to let Ellis get away with what he's been saying. He's going to come out here and address the man face to face.
And Ellis and Isaac have a lot of history. They've traveled the world facing each other in multiple different companies. And Tommy, you gotta wonder what's gonna be on the mind of Isaac going into his first showdown with the RCW champion.
Well, listen, one thing is on his mind, and that is that championship belt. And I think Isaac Spencer isn't going to stop at anything to take gold from Ellis Sky.
I've been asleep for a long time, but never had dreams. My life had no meaning. I followed the stream. It seems like everyone is...
Once again, Ellis, you hold yourself beyond the clouds, trying to make yourself out to be this messiah, the crowd-pleasing baby face of RCW. However, everyone saw that you barely survived your matches. And that goes to show that you still lack skill. Luck-based wrestling is a circus act. I've promised a lot of things in this ring, but let me tell you this, whenever my heart agrees with it, it strives for greatness. Listening to my words has always been taken as religious text, and for you to grovel at my accolades, because I have perfected my craft in the ring, and I have always brought you to the main event. After all, gold has always looked better around my perfect physique. As for Flynn Hall, you have no place between me and Ellis. This company came back because of money, but that's because my name was attached to the project. My name was attached to the billboards. And let me tell you this, I have promised many moons ago that I would make this place my home, and that is a fact. I have beat you in the middle of the ring, Baka Midigoshi, for a debut against a guaranteed Hall of Shame inductee. I have considered that pretty great feat. But if you get my way, then you'll be reminded what the ceiling lights look like.
And the Falcon Flynn Hall making an RCW Honor appearance.
We knew this man would not stray away tonight. If Ellis was here, if Isaac was here, you could bet that the Falcon would be here.
Absolutely incredible to see Flynn Hall back in RCW.
Flynn Hall, well known as an Empire champion, is a former world champion. Beat Hunter Jones at WrestleVersary 2 before losing it right afterwards on that next Honor, being screwed by Jacob Williams. They've made up since then, but Flynn Hall ever since then has been kind of on his own. I guess we're just going to have to see how that fares for Flynn Hall, because he's kind of been up and down ever since splitting from the industry.
Okay, no. We're not doing this. Let's just put a pin in this for a second. Because clearly, we've got someone in our midst who doesn't know the show. I could give you a full history lesson, Isaac, but let's be honest, I doubt you'll be able to follow me for longer than 2 words, so I'll lay it out nice and easy for you. I am the show. I am the most accomplished star in RCW, and that is a bona fide fact. I am the longest reigning Empire champion in the history of this company. I have more Empire Championship reigns than anyone else in this company, and I have also been the first person to win 2 titles at the same time. As far as I'm concerned, your little fluke win doesn't mean a thing, because anyone who actually watches the show, who's seen the Falcons rise, knows that when I'm chasing gold, I walk out with it every single time. But I'm fair. I'll give you credit. You beat me. It was a total snooze fest with someone who, frankly, no one cares about, but you're right. You got the upset. And I'm sure that means the world to you, doesn't it? But to sit here and act like you have a claim to the World Championship because of that? Well, it's blasphemy, to say the least. You see, the match that people want to see is Sky versus Hall. The match people need to see is the Falcon versus the Standard. The match people will see is a classic waiting to happen. But then you throw the name Isaac Spencer into the mix, and the crowd goes mild. You may be someone elsewhere, but the only thing that enters people's heads when they see your face on this show is, who is that Johnny Mundo ripoff? So now that I've established why you're not even part of the conversation, let me address the champ, Ellis Sky. We've known each other a long time. We've trained together, come up in this company together. But at the end of the day, you've always been second best. And as someone who I'd call my friend, it's nice to see you finally get the big one, to really get a title win. But let's be honest, when you hold the World Championship, it lowers the bar of what it means to be a world champion. You call yourself the Standard, and it's fitting, because that's all you are. Standard. Basic. But whereas I, Flynn Hall, have taken every division I've touched in this company to the pinnacle of excellence, to entirely new heights, that is why they call me the Falcon. Because everywhere I go, I help those around me rise. But at the end of the night, it's me who rises above them all. And when I get my chance, it'll be me who honors you by raising that RCW World Heavyweight Championship to the level that it deserves to be.
Enough. Both of you. Both of you guys right here, right now, are spewing absolute nonsense. But let me clear that up. Let me give a little bit of a refresher, a truth. Isaac, you know that when it comes to me and you wrestling, it ends in one way. And Flynn, I'm the Standard because I am the bar. The bar doesn't need to be raised when I'm holding this championship. It says it all. So, when it comes to you two, I suggest one of you proves the other wrong. Fluke win here, fluke win there, I don't care. Because the only thing I care about is that one of you are going to get your ass kicked by me. So, have fun.
And here comes former multi-time RCW champion, former Intercontinental champion, former Empire champion, former tag team champion, Jacob Williams.
And what is there to say about Jacob Williams that hasn't been said before? Jacob Williams has been there and he's done that in RCW. But let's not forget what he did to Freedom at Rebirth.
Yeah, Jacob Williams screwed Freedom out of the RCW Empire Championship against Mason Elliott, distracting him. Mason Elliott was able to take advantage with a jackknife pin, winning the Empire title. But Jacob Williams, he had a good reason for doing it. Freedom came out, disrespected Jacob Williams, disrespected the legacy of Jacob Williams, called him a founding father, basically calling Jacob an old man, just for the fact that RCW has been on hiatus.
Tommy,
The simple
what do you think about that?
disrespect, the simple disrespect from Freedom was enough for Jacob Williams to cost him that title opportunity now tonight. Are we going to see that momentum continue from Jacob Williams? Is he going to get a victory?
Well, guys, you got to remember the last time we saw Jacob Williams, he was the RCW Intercontinental Champion. He decided not to go back after the Intercontinental title, which is the reason why management gave that Jacob was not in the tournament. He was offered a shot at the IC title since he never lost it, and he turned it down. That is the reasoning given, but I see Jacob's perspective. He's a former RCW champion. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's done everything there needs to do. Jacob is wondering why the criteria wasn't seen to be met for him to be in the RCW title tournament.
And I guess it's reasonable.
Oh,
my God. Right out of the gate, Jacob Williams just blindsiding him.
Oh,
Jacob Williams picking TJG up to his feet. TJG and Jacob went back and forth on Twitter earlier this week. Jacob Williams talking trash to TJG. TJG thought he was going to possibly be on the Rebirth show. I'm not sure why. The card was announced weeks before. But Jacob went on Twitter and was talking trash to TJG because of it, telling him, I don't feel bad to tell you. He said, hate to be the one to tell you, no, I don't. Telling TJG he was not on the Rebirth card.
Matt, you're a dick.
I mean,
really honestly think you can get away with talking to people like that?
that's what Jacob Williams said. And then TJG, after this match was announced, went on Twitter saying, I'm going to kick some ass this week. Jacob Williams responded, heavily doubt that, but if I got to make a newbie look up the lights, I sure will. TJG responded to him, in your dreams, you ain't seen nothing yet. Jacob says, exactly, that's the problem. We haven't seen anything. While I'm here in RCW Grand Slam champion. In fact, I'm the only person to be a Grand Slam champion in RCW. The only thing in my dreams is getting back my RCW championship, and you're just a stepping stone on my way there.
Definitely a lot of strong words from the two. A lot of pride on display. TJG definitely has something to prove tonight. And if he could knock off Jacob Williams in his RCW debut, that would go a long way in solidifying himself among the greats on this roster.
Well, he has his work cut out for him as Jacob Williams is already dominating so far.
Absolutely. Jacob Williams now, big dragon suplex.
Oh!
Of course, doesn't have the same torque as the Snapdragon suplex that you've seen Jacob Williams put people away with at times. But just dropping him on the back.
TJG is coming back. He's firing up. He's putting his own in there tonight. And even if TJG can't get the job done per se, just him being able to stick in here with Jacob does show a lot of heart.
You got to think there may be some ring rust on the side of Jacob Williams. It has been a long time, like Freedom said, since Jacob Williams has really competed. Jacob took so much time away from the main event scene going to compete for the Intercontinental title. Do you think that having that time away from top-level competition could play a factor in Jacob Williams?
I think there's absolutely a chance that it may. TJG has been on the independent scene. He's been putting in work every week, whereas Jacob Williams has been kind of slacking off a little bit, let's be honest.
Uh-oh, what is Jacob doing? Back suplex off the barricade!
Oh. Scratch everything I was saying. At the house on Jacob.
Jacob sending TJG back into the ring. Jacob maybe just wanting to get a decisive win. I bet he could have counted. I bet that referee could have counted to 20 after that back suplex on the outside.
TJG's
what is TJG?
Back into it. What the fuck is this?
Ooh, Rochambeau.
Oh, God.
Cover on Williams. 1, 2. No, Jacob gets the shoulder out.
Jacob kicks out at 2. Look at this. Jacob's backed up into the corner. TJG might have the former champ on the ropes.
TJG is feeling the momentum.
I think you gotta be honest, Jacob Williams maybe came into this match doubting TJG a little bit. Maybe just not taking him as seriously as he should. Jacob is gonna have to learn a lesson coming out of this match, not to underestimate his opponents.
If anybody would love to teach Jacob Williams a lesson, you know it would be TJG.
Jacob Williams has to adapt to the new changes of the relaunch of RCW.
Oh, big headbutt by TJG.
God!
Oh,
Jacob's
busting
busted wide
open.
open.
What's he going for
TJG's
here?
gonna do it.
Oh, diamond cutter.
Diamond cutter.
1, 2, no.
ow!
That was TJG's best shot.
And you gotta think
Put away. Plenty of people with that.
it's probably gonna take more than one of those to put away a top level talent. Big Snapdragon.
Fuck.
And you are absolutely right about that. TJG has been on the indies, but he's never faced somebody on the caliber of Jacob Williams.
Jacob Williams.
Jacob now.
Imminent disaster.
The imminent disaster lands. And that might be a disaster for TJG tonight if Jacob can get to the cover.
Jacob talking some trash before the cover.
Here it is.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
What a win for Jacob Williams tonight. Proving he can still hang in RCW.
I don't think it was a question if Jacob could hang. I think this right here, Jacob kicking out of that diamond cutter, had to be the biggest statement for Jacob. Even though he got into a position he had to be kicked out of it. But showing that he's still able to do that kind of thing, still able to pull out in situations like that, is a big testament to the level Jacob Williams is at. And then the imminent disaster 2.0, putting away TJG.
Jacob Williams kicking off this second stint of RCW with a bang.
Oh, what is Jacob Williams doing?
Wait a minute.
Jacob, he's stalking TJG. Oh my God.
Maybe
Jacob
wanting to
add
send
insult
a
to
message.
injury.
Oh my God, steel chair in hand.
This
Jacob,
is not
don't do
necessary.
it.
I gotta admit, this isn't necessary. Oh my
Jacob,
God.
come on.
Wait a minute.
Freedom.
Who is that? Oh, Freedom is
Freedom.
here.
And he is pissed after what happened at Rebirth. Jacob's getting the fuck up out of there.
Oh my God, Jacob running away like the little coward he is.
And what a scene, Jacob Williams run off by Freedom. But here comes the RCW Empire Champion.
Mason Elliott, after defeating Freedom Walker in what was a huge upset at Rebirth to become the Empire Champion, he's out here tonight.
The man who calls himself a professional killer may just stay true to that name.
Tommy, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about Mason Elliott. Maybe tell us something that we don't know about Mason.
Well, we all know Mason Elliott's backstory. He grew up on the streets of Milwaukee. He grew up fighting in the teen groups at school. And this is where he learned how to be the brawler that he is. Mason Elliott is true to his roots. He is a country kid at heart. He doesn't stop at anything. He doesn't stop at anything to make sure that his opponents feel psycho vision.
Mason's definitely going to want to prove the naysayers wrong tonight.
I'm not here to play
Look
games.
At this.
I'm here to fight. So I'm putting the Empire title on the line right now. So whoever wants it, you come out here and see what Psycho Vision is all about.
And Mason Elliott just put out an open challenge for the Empire title.
Oh my God, who's gonna answer?
Who's gonna be?
Steve Crossley.
Crossley is here tonight, and he has a huge opportunity to become Empire champ.
This man, Steve Crossley from Boston, looking to take this opportunity of a lifetime against Mason Elliott here tonight.
What a way to debut in RCW it would be for Steve Crossley to do what Mason Elliott did, win the Empire title in his first match.
Gotta see if he can do it. Crossley and Elliott for the Empire title.
And Mason Elliott was just saying, while Crossley was coming out, he looked over at our table and said that this open challenge is going to be a continuous thing for him. Mason Elliott wants to be a fighting champion as the Empire champion. Mason Elliott wants to continue to give people opportunity at that Empire title, but that could be something that bites him.
Pat,
Yes,
honestly,
Mason.
I love it. You know, people on Twitter, people online have been talking about Mason Elliott and winning the Empire title, calling it a fluke. Mason coming out here, putting the title on the line to prove he could be a fighting champ is a great way to prove himself to these fans.
It absolutely is. And this match gets underway.
Little
Handshake
sign of
is a sign of
respect.
respect.
And
Oh, went for a chop big boot attempt by Steve Crossley. Mason Elliott went for something there, moved out of the way. Elliott blow to the gut. Just a brawl so far to start this match.
Could you expect anything less than?
these two men, that is what they are known for.
Big forearm to the face of Mason Elliott. Big boot. Drops him. Crossley sending Elliott into the corner. Went for a jab, not quite there. Chop. Big elbow by Elliott. Elliott now sending Crossley off the... Oh, he tried to send him off the ropes, but Crossley went out of the ring. But Mason Elliott's not giving him any time to breathe.
Mason Elliott absolutely just proving why he is what they say he is in that ring.
Look at this, Mason Elliott scooping him up to his feet. Jumping knee! What a move by the champ. And now Mason Elliott gonna make Crossley pay for accepting this challenge tonight. He is gonna unleash some punishment.
Big blow by Crossley. Crossley hammering away with strikes. Went for a belly-to-belly suplex, it looked like. Mason Elliott, though, able to fight out of it. Went for a strike of his own. Didn't quite get there. And a big impaler DDT.
Shit! Right on the top of his head.
Mason Elliott, that violent nature.
Found in the
Look at
corner.
this. Oh no.
Went for a splash. Steve Crossley able to move out of the way just in time. But Mason Elliott's got him scouted.
These two have been very back and forth so far in this match. It's the game of reversals. Oh, wow. Look at that string together offense there by Crossley.
Big blows by
Both of
Steve
these men
Crossley.
made their names on their respective independent deathmatch circuits.
But you know, Tommy, there's a lot going on in that ring tonight. Crossley wants to prove himself in his debut. Mason wants to prove himself as champ. He wants it more tonight.
Oh, man. Mason Elliott. Oh,
There
wait a
it
minute.
is.
that could be it already. 2. And Mason Elliott retains.
Well, there's your answer right there, champ. Mason Elliott, and still Empire champion.
An emphatic victory for Mason Elliott tonight.
Our next matchup is about to get underway, as Pat Genie, will be alone for this match on commentary. Zane Kirk goes one-on-one with Tyler Starr. Starr making his debut tonight. Zane Kirk wanted to approach Starr. Starr maybe not falling for the trick. Oh, Starr went for a rolling into something, but Zane Kirk catches the leg of Starr. Zane Kirk showing some early veteran prowess in this match. Collar and elbow tie-up between these two. Zane Kirk outpowering the young Tyler Starr. Starr now going in on Zane Kirk. Zane Kirk, former multi-time champion in RCW, an Empire champion, an Intercontinental champion. Wants so desperately to become an RCW champion, wasn't able to quite get there at Rebirth, as he did lose in the first round to Austin Chandler. Now for a moonsault, Zane Kirk wisely moved out of the way. Had it scouted, sling blade by Kirk. Went for the stomp, moved out of the way. Starr with a clothesline, laying out Zane. Oh, moonsault off the top rope. Cover now on Zane Kirk. One, no. Kirk wrenching the arm, dropping him down on his face, knee to the back by Zane. Now a stomp to the arm. Kirk trying to just find different ways to wear down Tyler Starr. Try to take away some of that youthful energy that we've seen thus far. Went for a super kick, moved out of the way. Kirk went for a forearm. Starr wisely dodged it. Now kick combination, scorpion kick by Tyler Starr. Starr now with a big DDT to the foot of Zane Kirk. Maybe trying to take away some of the power from the stomp that we've seen Zane Kirk pull out in the past. Starr now, big suplex. Rolling through, back up. What strength shown by the newcomer. Starr now to the top rope. Maybe deciding against it. Starr off the ropes. Big corkscrew tope over the top, connecting to Zane Kirk. Zane Kirk desperately needs to find a way back into this match. He really needs to turn things around in his own favor. Picking Starr back to his feet. Zane with a forearm. Just a slew of strikes going around. Big DDT. Went for a kick of his own. Starr saw it coming. Kirk, though, right back on the offense now, tripping Tyler Starr. Back to his feet. Big headbutt. Zane Kirk's offense seems to be way more targeted than what we've seen from Tyler Starr. Starr kind of seems to be all over the place, while Zane Kirk has seemed to target the head and neck of Tyler Starr as he continues to try to wear him down for things like the stomp, like the pedigree, finding a way to try to win this match, bringing the neck of Zane Kirk now. Now picking him back to his feet. Springboard disaster kick by Tyler Starr. Kirk rolling out of the way. Went for the trip again. Not quite getting all of it this time. Now both men strike. We can exchange here. Zane Kirk, though, hasn't really been able to get anything going for him. Tyler Starr, obviously a superior striker. Oh, busting him open with that scorpion kick. Kirk thrown into the corner by Starr. Starr now getting him back up to the top. Forearm knocking Kirk off the apron to the floor. Starr now wisely not trying to pull a rookie mistake of not staying on top. He's trying to be very smart here, sending Kirk back into the ring. Starr springboard, went for the frog splash, wasn't able to get it. Zane Kirk, what a mistake there by Starr with that springboard, high risk, did not pay off. The stomp from Kirk. Kirk now got him to his feet, looking to close things out. Pedigree. Cover by Kirk. 1, 2, 3. And a big rebound win by the legendary Zane Kirk.
Until the world goes cold. Until the world goes cold. As I build my house of bones, forsaken under, for all your sins you will atone. I find I turn my back on everything. I search for a friend in my dreams.
Cut my music. I'm tired of the disrespect that I get day in and day out. I am the most legendary wrestler this company, or hell, forget that, any company has ever seen, and I demand to be treated like it. The fact that I have to come out here and wrestle in front of a bunch of you losers, and I have to hear that pancake-eating, suit-wearing bozo like Jim Maddox disrespect me, makes me sick. And speaking of things that make me sick, Kyler Dillon, you thought I was done with you? There hasn't been a single day that's gone by where I haven't thought about how lucky you got at WrestleVersary. So I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get my rematch against you, whether you want to face me again or not. And until the match is official, I'm gonna make your life miserable. As a matter of fact, I won't stop there, Kyler. I won't stop until you're buried 6 feet under. Because I'm not here to chase history. No, see, I am history. And soon you will be nothing but a distant memory.
And here we go with the debut of the Dream Killer, Karan Cook, as he goes one-on-one with T to the power of 3.
What can we even say about Triple T tonight, guys?
All I know is that he is going to put away Karan Cook.
So Baker Wilcox found this guy who is extremely mentally challenged, who believes that he is a law.
It's a little mean.
I'm just saying it how it is. This guy truly believes that he is a tree log.
Well, Baker Wilcox has reportedly been going to mental hospitals to try to find people to mentor. And he found T to the power of 3 there and gave him this suit and told him that he is a log. And he believes it.
But Karan Cook has been destroying Triple 3 tonight, and Triple T rather. And I'm honestly unsure if T3 can get back into this one.
I think he needs to use the power of that tune.
Look at these knees to the midsection. Triple T has gotten little to no offense in tonight.
You gotta think Baker Wilcox has gotta be disappointed. Baker's a former world champion himself. And if there's anyone you want to mentor you, it's someone who's been a former champion.
Wait a minute.
Another thing we know about Triple T is his love
What?
for
Hold on, one
baseball
second.
bats.
What is Baker?
Baker has a chair.
Baker's, I think he's trying to get Triple T to use the chair.
Trying to knock some sense into him.
I think he's trying to get Triple T to cheat tonight with that steel chair.
Oh no. Triple T, don't listen to him.
Triple T doesn't want the chair. He only wants his baseball bat. He only wants the bat. Triple T with baseball bat in hand.
But the referee's not letting it happen.
Oh no. Karan Cook.
Oh gosh.
the
Oh,
Dream Killer
God.
for a reason.
I think he might have just crushed T3's dreams.
The only 3 that T is going to be getting tonight is that 3 count where the shoulders are down, guys.
Unfortunately, you may be correct, Jim.
I think Karan Cook may kill the dream of Baker Wilcox and T to the power of 3 tonight.
Triple T. Oh my God, just drilled.
You gotta imagine Baker Wilcox gotta be questioning, was this even a good decision in the first place? His seemingly new prodigy hasn't done a damn thing.
T3 hasn't gotten any offense against Karan Cook.
Oh my God, Karan Cook is in there just mauling this poor guy. He's just a tree log.
Do we even know if this guy's a trained wrestler?
I don't believe he is. I think this is just some random guy.
Well, I think this may be it.
Oh my God.
Big pile driver.
My God.
He signed all his forms and stuff, right?
2, 3, and Karan Cook wins his RCW debut.
Inside of me, violently scratching and clawing, the scars multiplying. I need something more in this life, it ain't finding me. Fuck it, I'm done being silent. You see, I need purpose, a reason to think that it's all fucking worth it. A reason to wake up and live in this circus, a reason to fight all my visceral urges. Growing up, never felt like I fit in. I still don't, but it's better when I get wins. On stage, looking out at my best friends. We gon' get real loud till the night ends. I get pissed that I still don't have a top 10. It's a fucking boys club at the top 10. Like a bracket, haze just to get in. I ain't doing that shit, I don't pretend. I wanna be the best. Always had a drive that I had to beat the rest. Yeah, put me in the game when there's only seconds left and the game's on the line. Yeah, you see me at my best. I can feel it in my heart when it's beating at my chest. That's when I lock in, getting better every breath. That's when I'm all in. I can hit any threat. I ain't never second guess. I know I could be the best. Let me tell you what I know about life. Yeah, the more that you push and the more that you fight, is the more that you learn. What you got deep inside is the more that you learn, and you find out your why. It wasn't ever that cool to be a try-hard, but all the cool kids didn't make it that far. It doesn't take education, it takes smarts. It takes fucking hard work and a full heart. They ain't see the work that I put in. They just see a rock star with a...
Everyone is outraged about what Dan Lee did to Ella Sky. But let's tell the truth. That wasn't an attack. That was exposure. You see, for years, people have been hyping up Ella Sky like he's untouchable, like he's the future, like he's the man to carry RCW into the next era. But last week shattered that illusion. Because when the pressure was at its highest, when the stakes can be even bigger, Ella Sky didn't dominate. He survived. And there's a difference. And Dan Lee, he thrives in moments like that. All Ella Sky did was survive. Dan Lee walked into that semifinals match and proved without a shadow of a doubt that he is operating on a completely different level, stronger, smarter, more dangerous, and most importantly, more deserving. So when you saw Dan Lee drop Ella Sky after the match, that wasn't frustration. That wasn't anger. That was a message. A message to Ella Sky. A message to RCW management. And a message to every single person watching at home. Dan Lee is tired of being overlooked. He's tired of being pushed aside. Done being treated like he's anything less than the best this company has to offer. But let me make something clear. Ella Sky could hold on to that spotlight for now. He could celebrate. He could smile. He could pretend like everything is under control. But deep down, he knows. He knows he was going to die in that ring with Dan Lee. He knows what happens when Dan Lee decides to stop playing by the rules and start taking what's his. Because this isn't about a cheap shot. This isn't about controversy. This is about destiny. And destiny is knocking on RCW's door right now, demanding one thing. Dan Lee is demanding an RCW championship match against Ella Sky. And when the match happens, and it will happen, Ella Sky won't survive. He will be buried just like the rest of them. Then everyone will finally realize that Ellis Sky isn't the guy to push RCW to the next level. The real man to push this company to the next level is a destroyer, Dan Lee. And Ellis Sky's title reign, it will end the second he steps in the ring with Dan Lee.
And it is now time for our main event, as these two have been going back and forth on social media. It is now time for them to put up or shut up, as Aaron DRC looks to put up against Elijah Casey.
You know, Pat, we've really seen a new side of Aaron DRC since Rebirth. A man who was, you know, never really arrogant titles, really turned over a new leaf online, and has been very aggressive towards both Elijah and Ellis Sky.
Well, it's been a long time since we last seen him in RCW. So you gotta think, times have changed. You gotta change with them if you want to succeed.
I don't like how fast Ellis Sky turned on Aaron DRC. These men were both his proteges. And for Ellis Sky, I don't like how he just took sides as quick as he did, if I'm just going to be completely honest with you.
You know, Pat, I do understand where you're coming from. Ellis Sky, you know, he was very quick to congratulate Elijah Casey for his win, but he never consolidated Aaron DRC for his loss. So you have to think that maybe Aaron feels a little left out.
I would have to agree with you, Jim. Aaron might be a little jealous of the fact that Elijah might be getting a little more attention from that mentor, Ellis Sky.
Well, here comes the new Intercontinental Champion, main eventing honor for the very first time is Elijah Casey.
And it's a huge stage for Elijah Casey. From one, making his RCW debut to becoming the Intercontinental Champion, to being the main event of the first Honor in 4 years.
It's been a very long time for RCW. Although WAW was a company that was owned by the same ownership as RCW. We know Jacob Williams tried to claim that he was the owner of WAW because of some legal battles. But obviously the reason for the shutdown of WAW was because of those legal battles, and we're finally back with RCW.
Elijah Casey was the inaugural United States champ.
And it's great to see that he can continue that success here in RCW, now as the Intercontinental Champion.
Here we go, this match about to get underway.
And Elijah Casey walking up to DRC, putting out the hand. I feel like Elijah may still want to make up with DRC, but that did not happen. DRC just big run after slapping away the handshake.
I get what you mean, Pat. As far as I have seen from social media, the only bad blood between these two is from Aaron to Elijah. Elijah has done nothing but try to comfort Aaron and try to rekindle their friendship.
That may all stem from Aaron's loss at Rebirth. Maybe Aaron is a bit of a sore loser.
Here's Aaron, tilt-a-whirl head scissors, drives the Intercontinental Champ into the mat.
Big neck breaker there by Casey. Now a ground and pound. Now taking out some of the frustration from what we just saw Aaron do. Slapping away the handshake, one of the more disrespectful things you can do in professional wrestling. And I honestly just can't agree with it. I've been in this business for a very long time, and I just can't handle that.
I get what you mean, Pat. Elijah just wanted to show some respect, show some love to somebody who he came up very similarly with. Both guys, like we said before, mentors of Ellis Sky, have had a similar uprising. Look at that leg drop by Casey.
Big elbow laid into the sternum. of Aaron DRC. Now DRC crawling to the corner. Looks like he may have gotten busted open recently in this match. Bookman kind of talking some trash.
Elijah has really been all over Aaron. The strike exchange. Look at this. Oh, right hand.
DRC now sent into the corner by Casey, now going up to the top rope. Sent to the outside. DRC sent into the barricade by Casey. He's moving out of the way, went for a big discus forearm by Aaron DRC. Oh! Casey.
Wait a minute.
Slams him on the top of the barricade. Now DRC sent back into the ring by Elijah. Springboard frog splash, now going at the gut of DRC. Big forearm to the side of the head. DRC setting Casey against the ropes. Big blows to the gut of Elijah Casey. Irish whip sends him off. Big clothesline dropping the Intercontinental Champion.
And Elijah's really got to get back into this one.
Well, he's attempted to. You saw the dragon screw right there from Elijah. Now just dragging him to the ropes. Heading off. Big clothesline sending DRC out of the ring. Casey. Big suicide dive taking out DRC. Sending him back into the barricade again.
Casey propping him up on the barricade. Oh my goodness.
It's the second time we've seen that happen to Aaron DRC in this match. The damage has been done, but will we be able to see Casey capitalize on it? DRC going up top. What's he looking for here? Big DDT, but looks like both men took some impact on that, and both men are down. Neither man getting up to their feet straight away. DRC making it to his feet. Casey now to his feet.
Here again, we're going to see a strike exchange between these two.
Once again, them going back and forth. Big blows being exchanged. Enziguri by Casey. Elijah, what's he going for here? Oh, big somersault on Prettier.
We've seen him do that a lot.
Cover now by Elijah. 1, 2. No, Casey not able to put DRC away yet.
Not enough to get the win tonight.
DRC, fireman's carry, countering the Intercontinental Champion. Morte Adabo out of nowhere. 1, 2. Oh man. Casey
out at 2. I think the only saving grace for Casey there was the fact that Aaron kind of just ripped it. He didn't get his normal running start like he normally does. And that might have
also. It could be a rust there. It's been a while since DRC used the Morte Adabo as a finishing maneuver. Gotta wonder if it had the same effect as it used to. Trash talk from these two. Big Enziguri though.
Drops him.
The trash talk didn't seem to pay off for DRC as Casey took advantage. Elijah got him up. Death Valley driver. Covered by Casey, just like he did at Rebirth. No.
Aaron DRC is able to kick out of the DVD tonight.
But look at Aaron DRC, the blood all over him.
This blood is pooling on the mat.
DRC catches the kick, spins him around for an elbow, countered by Casey. Casey now holding on to DRC, who's trying to pull away, but DRC drop kick to the knee. Springboard. Oh,
Melee.
Just like kicked him in the face, but didn't get very much of it. Casey.
I guess not.
Going back and forth. This has been such a 50-50 match. DRC once again, maybe looking for that. Here it is. DDT, both men down again.
Oh my goodness. Drilled Elijah right into the canvas from the top.
But DRC seems to be getting an awkward landing every time he goes for that move. I don't know if he stubbed his ankle or what, but he seems to have a hard time getting up each time.
Both guys reeling now.
DRC counters. Sending him off. Tombstone. Face buster. What's DRC doing?
Oh my God,
taking
DRC.
off the turnbuckle pad.
The hell is this? Oh my God.
And sending Casey into the exposed turnbuckle. Now removing another one.
I think the ref is busy trying to check on Casey. He's not noticing what DRC's doing.
Another one. Just a knee to the face of Elijah Casey over and over again.
Here it is. Casey has no idea where he is.
Morte et Dabo. 1, 2, 3, and Aaron DRC defeats the Intercontinental Champion after exposing the turnbuckles. A big win for Aaron DRC tonight. Gotta think that puts him right back in contention for the Intercontinental title. But what a different side we see from Aaron DRC. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to RCW Honor. We will be back next week with the start of the RCW Tag Team Championship Tournament, as more matches will be announced throughout the week. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next week.